What's going on, people? It's your boy DJ Ridler here from the Baby Fathers podcast. Listen, before I get into this, just want to thank everybody who has been supporting the channel. All right. The reason why I decided to make this video today is just to give you an update on the Baby Fathers, what's kind of been going on. All right. Now, I'm not too sure. Obviously, you lot are kind of aware, but maybe notice I haven't loaded up some stuff on the channel for the last couple of weeks, right? And it's gotten to a point where, before I actually get into this, this is only going out to some fathers, right? Now, if you don't know me, I'm not really a man to try and dig up man and talk about, because that's not my thing, innit? Like, I'm more here to more promote and help fathers and kind of empower fathers from hearing other fathers' stories to allow them and encourage them to try and get access to see their child if they've been denied access, right? Now, the reason why I thought I would share this with you, man, but with you lot, who's ever watching this morning, right? I've actually got to a point at the moment where I'm actually just kind of tired doing this pod, right? Now, the whole reason for this pod, right, was years ago, I had a situation where I was denied access to seeing my child, right? And obviously you saw me with my two other boys as well, who also had issues, right? This is the reason why this whole pod started. And then I was sharing this story, you know, it helped me. And again, I'm now back in my child's life, right? But, where am I going with this now? Yeah. So that was the reason what this channel's for. So this channel was designed after me sharing my story with my boys. This channel is designed to help fathers. This is what this channel's for. This channel is to empower fathers, right? Now, as I said to you, this is not going to all fathers. This is going out to some fathers, right? But I need to start holding certain men accountable, yeah? There are lots of fathers out there. I can obviously say I talk to maybe about 40 to 50 fathers a week, yeah? And some of these fathers are really, really going for it. And obviously we do try and help where we can and give them support where they need to. But I feel that we need to start holding certain fathers also accountable for their, for maybe some of the reasons why they may not see their child, or maybe the reason why they've been denied access to see their child, right? Now, like I said, I don't condone anyone not to see their child or being denied access to their child. However, they may get to a point where there are some fathers out there who may be not looking or G-checking their own self, and they're going around blaming the mother for not seeing their child. And I feel that there is a point where sometimes as fathers, are we asking ourselves why we may not be seeing our child? What are we doing in our behavior for the mother to deny the access of seeing a child? Now, listen up. As I said to you, this is not going to all fathers. I'm only talking to a few fathers. And I'm going to tell you the reason why, right? Now, if you don't have seen the channel recently, right, maybe I've said this in the beginning, right, I haven't been loading because I kind of just I had to take a step back because I said to you, there's a lot of fathers out here who's wasting my time, right? Now, there were maybe out of 10 to 12 fathers who's supposed to maybe come on, maybe about half of that may come on, right? Now, what I don't understand when it comes to the behavior, yeah, because before a father will come on, we'll have a conversation and then we tell them yes or no, right? We also give them the choice to have up to a day to let us know. So we send like a reminder text just to say to them, are you still looking to come on? Once we confirm that they can come on. Once everything's been checked out in the back. So, cool. So, let me just tell you about a lot of these fathers' patterns I am seeing. And this has maybe been going on for the last 6 to 7 months. Now, I want to big up to a lot of the fathers who has come on, but some of these fathers, as I said to you, I have to keep on saying the word some, because some of these fathers are moving like joke men, all right? Moving like little boys. They're not behaving like men, because men do not behave like this, yeah? So, I'm going to give you a few of the stories through the man who stuck in my head, where I've actually walked off and said, like, this is now becoming a long thing, yeah? So there was one guy who said that he wanted to come on. Cool. We arranged the date, arranged the time. So, obviously, anyone who knows who does come to the baby fathers, they will come in, you see, even you lot in the screen, you might see it's all decorated in the background, all the lights and all that stuff. But what happens is when we go to the studio, it takes us literally over an hour just to set it up, because it's just an empty space. We have to actually design and build this whole studio. Anyway, back to the story. So, man must have, obviously we spoke, guy said this is when he can come on, etc. Go to the studio now, we set up the whole studio now. Now, when it came to the man who's supposed to have turned up now, no call, no text, literally just nothing. He didn't even tell man and say he wasn't coming. And bear in mind, we spoke to him on that day. On that day, that morning, we spoke to a man. Now, I get it, sometimes some people can maybe have emergency on the day, and that has happened in the past as well, all right? But what I couldn't understand is, why didn't you not just give us a shout and said, you know, I've had to change your mind, or I can't make it no more? Instead of you not doing that, you just switch off your phone. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, if you behave like this to us, how do you behave towards your baby mother? Because I'm going to have to start holding certain men accountable for their behaviour. Because this channel is designed to help fathers. Now, if it's just designed to help fathers, why are you wasting our time? Because what you're done there is, when another father could have come in that slot, you have prevented another father from coming in that slot because of your inconsistent. Right? Now, again, I'm not here to dig out man. Right? But if I can recall to my man's story, he was paying his baby mother, put it this way, he was messing around with the baby mother's money at this point, because when we kind of look through the texts, he's paying her 1 minute, then he's saying that he can't pay her this particular, but he can do this. So he's paying where he can. Cool, and I get it, you know, like, maybe some fathers may not have the money flowing in the way how they need to have it flowing in, right? But at the same time, I have to ask you like this, right? If you do not give your mother some sort of money, so your baby mother, if you do not give your baby mother, or your child, I can't even say your baby mother, if you do not give your child money, in terms of, when I say money, in terms of giving them, the mum, enough money for your child to eat, and for your child to drink, and for your child to wear clothes, right? And I'm saying, I'm having to talk real to man them now, right? If you do not give the mum a penny, how do you expect the child to survive in this world? Now, I understand when man are saying, well, but I know the mum's going to get money anyway. But that is not the point, right? The child has not asked to be here. Keeping it 100. The child has not asked to be here. But the attitude where some of these fathers are carrying is, well, I don't have the money, and that's it. It can't be it. Because at the end of the day, as I said to you, the child needs clothes, the child needs to survive, it needs water. It needs the basic stuff. Now, if there is man out here who is sleeping in their bed at night and knowing that you haven't gave your mom, your child a penny for that month to survive, you need to be G-checked, my bro. On the real note, you have to be G-checked. Now, if you have to find yourself a part-time work, something. If it's just even like, look, £20 a week, but at least you're helping to contribute. I'm not saying that's a lot, but at least you're helping to contribute. But when you're just out here, ain't helping whatsoever, you have to be G-checked, man. Come on, we need to have this conversation, you lot. And again, if I'm wrong, just drop it in the comments below. Now, there was another father who was supposed to come on, and again, he wasted my... Do you know what? He didn't waste this... he wasted time. Did he waste... No, he couldn't have wasted time, but I will tell you this. So this father asked to come on. Background checked. He actually came to the studio, right? So this father has now come on. He actually told his story, which to me, the story actually sounded perfectly fine. In this story, I think there's a few times I actually pulled him up and hold him accountable in the story. So the story is recorded now. Within, it's all done. So the next day now, I get a text from him saying, can I edit this part out? And can I edit this part out? But I feel the part that he wanted to be edited was the part challenging him on a few things where it didn't sound right, like holding him accountable for some of this stuff. So I said to him, cool, we would take it out. Then the next day after that, the following day, that first time, and then there was another time. So this time his phone now, and he said, look, can we record it again, because he feels that there's some stuff missed out. So I said to him, it sounds perfectly fine, but if you don't want it to go up, I'm not going to force you that it's to go up. But I said to him, however, there is a studio fee, what we have to pay every time we record, innit? Because it's not our studio, we have to hire out the studio. So he said he will cover the studio costs for the episode not going out. Yeah, cool. So I said to him, all right, well, these are the bank details to pay the money. My man said, look, I can't pay it this week, but I will pay it next week. So I said to my guy, cool. The next week's come and gone. He's now come up with a story why he can't pay the money. Right? Now, I'm not a man. I'm not going to run down the man for the money, innit? If you're a man, you're either just going to pay it or you're not going to pay it. I'm not going to make this a thing where I'm going to run you down and be beating down your phone every minute. Oh, where's the money? No, I'm not that kind of guy, innit? If you're a man for your word, because I'm a man for my word. If you're a man for your word, you're just going to do what you say you're going to do, innit? Right? Because this is what men do. Men, if you're a real man and you're a men out there, these are the things that you kind of do. You're a man for your word. You stick with your word. Yeah? My guy didn't send the money. The episode didn't go out. But again, in this story, he was held accountable for a few things, which was a bit alarming for some of the stuff that he was saying. But again, as I said to you, we are not going to load something if a man's saying that he doesn't want it to go up no more. Cool. Now, this next father, again, listen, I've got stories for days to tell you about holy for these fathers, where I see these patterns, right? No show fathers. That's what I have to call them, man. There, no shows. All right. Now, this father, I'm gonna leave it on this one. So this father reached out. Now, this father had issues with social services. Yeah, story's a bit mad. Yeah, my phone's bugging. Yeah. So this father now contacted us. We made the arrangement for him to see him, yeah? For him to come on now. So again, spoke to this father on the same day, literally hours before we left out. Spoke to him because before we go to the studio, like, we need to make sure that he was still coming, yeah? Get to the studio, we set up again. no-show father. Now, I have to ask some of you fathers out here now, yeah? And again, I'm not trying to get onto fathers, but I'm just trying to hold the fathers accountable for this kind of behaviour, what seems to be going on. And I'm telling you, like, these are just a few of the fathers I'm just talking about. There's been lots of fathers. I say maybe out of 10 fathers, I would see this pattern behave. Maybe out of 10 fathers, maybe 4 to 5 fathers will behave like this, right? Now, I have to ask this question to you lot out there now. Now, when a father says to a mother he's coming to pick up a child on a day what's been arranged, and then you do not contact the mum, you don't show up. The mother's got the child ready and the child's waiting for you and you don't show up. And then you do this on a regular basis where you're not consistent enough to pick up the child. So you say, for example, you're doing this most probably 90% of your time where you're messing around with collecting your child. I'm just giving you this, I'm just talking on the basics level. If it gets to the 10th time now and you've done this and the mother's had enough and she turns around and says, you know what, don't worry about it no more. You ain't going to see your child because you're not showing consistency. This is the question. Can you get mad at the mother for doing that because you haven't showed any consistency, or do you still feel that you're entitled to still have access or see your child, but you're behaving inconsistent? So the mother's gotten to a point where now she's now protecting the child's feelings because you are not showing consistency. Now, listen, I do not condone any father should be denied access. However, right, if there are some fathers, and I have to use this word some, right, if there are some fathers out there who do not show no consistency, ain't helping the mother, or financially helping to support their child, just these little small things, when this is on a basic level, right? If you're not doing these things, just like how I feel tired with some fathers, how do you think some of these mothers feel? I can understand why sometimes I can see why some of these mothers will say they've had enough because they have tried in every way to try and work with you. You know, I had to change the camera because my phone is playing up, so I have to just finish on this, yeah. But anyway, so I'm just gonna kind of get into it so I can kind of wrap this all up, yeah. So as I was saying, I can see why some fathers are having situations, because if you're a father and your behavior is inconsistent in terms of communicating with the mum, in terms of not being consistent of seeing your child when you're saying you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do, and you don't follow through and you don't do it, it gets to a point where a mother has been trying to work with you for so long or for so many years, and it gets to a point where she will just get tired and just say, do you know what, she ain't doing this with you no more because you're the problem. I'm just gonna keep it 100. There are some fathers out there, you are the problem, all right? And some of you fathers are walking around saying, oh, the mum's not letting me to see the child. Okay, let's ask this question. What have you done for the mother to deny you access? Now, we do know that there are bitter mothers out there, some serious ones, right? And there's some fathers out there who's really going through it, where they're actually going through the court system, trying to fight for their child. following the process because the mother is that bitter. But there are some fathers out there who are literally taking the piss. And this is the reason why I had to hold up some fathers today, because I didn't want to have to do this one. Out of all the pods I most have done, I think this is the one I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have to actually do this one today, just to have to talk to fathers like that. Like, I don't want to be doing this, man. But look, if there are fathers out there who may be struggling to communicate, because I don't know what you've been through your life for you to be inconsistent, but then you walk around blaming other people and you don't hold yourself accountable. Like, I don't know. Right? But again, let me just break some stuff down, because I'm not here to want to grill fathers or some fathers, right? And again, drop in the comments, yeah? For us to help, because this is a community, we're trying to help each other here, all right? Now, let me talk to some fathers. This is on a basic level. If you're struggling to be inconsistent, to be consistent, right, it's better, let me do every other week instead of asking for every week. If you struggle to do every week and you can't show up every week, why ask for every week? It's best you ask for every other week, but you know what you commit to. So that's the word. As long as you know what you can commit to on the arrangements what you make, just stick to that, right? If you say you're going to send the money to the mum's account on that particular day, send it on the particular day that you agree to do it. Now, I know on some occasions and in some cases where some fathers are expecting some money to land and the money may not land on that day. Communicate with the mum and say to her, look, I haven't got paid on this particular day. However, the money might be coming on this particular day, right? Now, this shouldn't be a regular thing. This should be a one-off thing. If this is a regular thing where you're telling the mum the money's supposed to be coming on this day, and every month or every time you're supposed to pay, you're not paying her on the time that arranging, again, that's not being consistent. Yeah? Because you're not thinking about the knock-on effect. There's a knock-on effect in anything what you do. So when you are trying to communicate with a mother and you're not communicating with the mother properly, there's a knock-on effect. Knock-on effect is the mum maybe had plans, right? That child is waiting on you. That child is not upset because daddy didn't turn up. Daddy didn't tell mummy that he wasn't coming no more. Daddy was meant to send the money for the child to for the mum to buy the child some food, whatever. Because you haven't done it, there's a knock-on effect. Now, again, right? What I would just say to fathers out there and some fathers, and look, drop it in the comments, because I like to hear your lot's views to what's actually being said here, all right, on today's show here. Now, what I will say to fathers moving forward, you don't know that I am here to support fathers. I am here for them fathers. The fathers who are wasting time, fathers who are inconsistent in their life and in their child's life and just messing the mother around. Brothers, my bro, this channel is not for you. You need to go and look for maybe them cartoons, Tom and Jerry, whatever. Maybe that program is there for you because you lot obviously want to be clowning around. And I am not here to be clowning around. I'm here to help fathers. I do not get paid for this. We don't make money from this. So please, respect the channel. Respect the fathers who really do need the help. And I'm just gonna leave you all that today, alright? Again, I said I didn't want to do this today, but I thought I had to just do this to hold some fathers accountable for their behaviors out there, man. Because I feel there's a lot of fathers out there where they are out here running around saying they're not seeing their child, but they're not asking themselves the reason why they may not be seeing their child when a mother has tried to work with them in every capacity. All right. Now listen, to the fathers out there who are really going through it and the mother's really being bitter to you, stick with us. Let us know if there's anything what you lot want on this channel to help you lot. I will be back in the studio next week filming, but I thought I'd just give you the update. And yeah, man, listen, I need you lot to have a blessed Sunday. And yeah, man, listen, see me back on your screens next week, but I had to get it off my chest for this to move forward, because I can't be dealing with these clown fathers, these joke fathers, no show fathers. This channel's not for you, man. I'm sorry, my bro, I can't help you. But to the fathers who are out there who's really going for it and they need the help, I'm here for all you, man. And I'll do my best to help all you fathers who's going through it, yeah? You man have to remember, yeah, we're on a mission here. I want all fathers to win out here. I need all fathers to win out here. But again, as I said, I can't deal with some joke men, not even joke men, joke boys, clowns. I can't do that for you lot, yeah? I can't help you, man, if you're on time wasting. I can't help you. I'm only here to help and support fathers who's really going through it and empower you, man, because this is what it's about. It's the community. So listen, I'm going to sign out, yeah? Boom. Man's gone, man. Peace.